I get worse. I get worse every time. I don't know what I'm doing. Useless. Good evening. I don't know what it keeps telling me that my stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use it. I don't know how you do that. I'll just ask somebody how you do it. No idea. I know it won't let me gift members for some reason. I don't know what's happened there, which is a real pain. I'll just pop this chat out. Where are we? No, can I not do it anymore? God, I'm hopeless. Oh, there we are. Pop out chat. So if I click that off, it doesn't even work. So there we go. Now I don't even know what's happening. If anything's going wrong, I'll have to find out about that bitrate thing. I'm a bit old and rusty with this. I do a lot of video posting now. I know what is really smooth. It gets rid of that. I can just turn the microphone off, like. But now you can. So it saves getting that clicking for the beginning. Good evening, Nicky Maynard. How are you doing? Nice to see you. We love you. We absolutely love you. So I'm trying to give some members away, but it just won't do it. I don't know whether it's the bit rate, whether they've stopped doing it. Just does a swirly thing. Whether I need to log out and back in again. I must have been a naughty boy in the previous life. That must be what it is. Anyway, I hope you've seen my video of Faddy's new e-liquid. I didn't really explain that was a new one of the range, but 26th, that's when it comes out. I did a video earlier. This stuff is gorgeous. I'm not a massive bakery fan, but this one's... look at that bottle. Look at that. How they've embossed that label. Possibly better than fluid. You never know, do you? Possibly. Exome V3. 3.0 screamer on top, 0.1 aliens from defunct Proper Coils, bless him. Still keep shouting him out. I don't know about Ann Chat, there's not many of us here. If you're here, say hello. I thought we'd just do something tonight. I've been quite busy today doing a few videos. Just done one for the other channel about another mobile phone if you're interested in it, if you're a bit geeky. If you're a little bit geeky. It's nice. I did a bit of a live stream the other day, sort of announcing the flavours. I actually bought some because they sell it over at Bunny's shop, sells it. Vape and Brew, LOCC Coils, how you doing? I thought you went live on a Monday night, but I just had a look around and you weren't there, so I thought I'd pop up and show the world. So this is that banana butterscotch. I've had this a while. Vape and Brew, they got theirs imported from Australia. Obviously, or from wherever, but now it comes out through... don't ask me again. Bloody hell, my memory's hopeless. But I think it's the same stuff. Barry Jones, how you doing? Nice to see you. So I've got a choice of microphones tonight. I can switch either one on. So you could go on there if you want, but I ain't got it turned on. Or you can go on this one. So I've been doing, when I've, I moved it to Tuesday. All right, mate, no worries. I've been away for a few weeks. Lou's been today, so I got sat talking to her for hours and hours and hours. And then I come up and finished off a video that started just before she came. And then I suddenly thought, well, I'm not having a beer tonight because I've got to be up. And I thought, well, I'll just have a, little talk on the internet. Yeah, Wicklick has made it. It's been distributed with... you have to watch my video because I can't bloody remember. Not that I'm thick, I just got a memory like a bloody sieve. I just can't remember names. I can remember faces, I can remember addresses, I can remember where people lived from 25 years ago, I can remember car registration numbers. But names, gone. Hello, John Paul Glasgow. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Anybody else popped in? We've only got Nicky Maynard in, who's a member, so we love him more than anything in the world. It's absolutely fabulous. Nicky's. I ain't got me ear monitors in, otherwise I'd put you a little bit of cool background music on, but I'm doing real well, Chris. Thank you very much for asking. Hope you're doing well. So I've gone back to the... this is easier when you're doing downwards. Death Wish. Boosh! Good job we've got you here. Good job we've got you here. Super Spanner, you can have... you've won the internet for tonight. So this was the original stuff that came out, and presumably it's all the same stuff. I haven't tried the new one yet, because I don't think I'm going to, because I've already reviewed this one. That banana butterscotch, if you're into that type of thing, is absolutely banging. So I've got the camera pointing down, and well, we might as well, don't we? Really, might as well do something. It might only be a rewick. I'm just going to show you these first thing. This one will be coming up on my other channel because I tend to put things like that up on there. And I said I did a review on it on here because this might be the place to put it on, to be honest. Look at these. All the way from Temu. £1.89 for a set of wire cutters, and they're as sharp as a razor. I'd actually be able to monetize the review on here as well, wouldn't I? Come with a handy little thing on the top, because all mine are worn out. £1.89. Apparently you've got to use safety glasses though, and it's only any good. Let's see if it'll focus. It's a bit shiny in it. And that one. Only any good. Maximum 1mm diameter copper wire. It cuts this stuff, all right. This is only like real fine anyway, but it actually cuts it, doesn't bend it over, look. I mean, it's only really thin stuff, but so you can see how powerful they are, the slice. Which Interbad set for £1.89. So there is some reasonable stuff on Temu. Obviously no good if you work in the concrete industry and you're going to cut rebar. Epoxy ads. It's the only way to make a living, mate. Sorry. You've got to go on nothing wrong with the sheath. Ooh. Depends how you say it, really. Is it for manscaping, Nicky? I've got to make a living, son. I've got to make the 9p. If you go on YouTube Premium, you don't get them. Anyway, let's have a look at this. I was listening to Pugs the other day, and apparently he got one. Well, I know he got one stolen at Expo. I bought this from the vape shop a long while ago, and for about 35 quid. But his is packed up. His second one's packed up. The old Wismec. Noisy Cricket version 2. You can actually, just by turning over the contacts at the bottom, you can turn it. And obviously putting different coils in. You can actually turn it from parallel into series. Obviously, as I say, make sure... Oh, it's a bit manky in there. I better clean that out before I put it back together. I thought there was a bit of juice in it, to be honest. Got to stick a rubber on it. Make sure you do. Otherwise you end up with loads of kids. Death wish, death wish, death wish. I'm going to keep saying that. Death wish, death wish. So up to now, out of the new ones, I've only tried that one. I've tried the strawberry before, although I didn't review it, because I never got on with it. Nick brought me a bottle when he came over to Lou's party, but I ain't reviewed that yet. So just simply by turning that over, it can be a parallel or series. No, it's not that one. That's better. Bloody idiot. There we are. Right, off to bed. What are you doing? Are you doing going to bed at this time? 21:46. Never had a noisy cricket. I've got the 1, the 2, and technically the 3, which was called the Luxotics. Shall I put myself on the screen? You don't see me for ages. How did I get juice in there? I don't know. Because that's clean, isn't it? I haven't used it for a while, so whether it might just be... Unless it's going down the 510. Got that, eh? OG Goon. Five to 8 customs. Ooh. I've got a chuff cap for one of these as well. BBG, good evening to you, sir. Just got home after a 14-hour shift. It will focus at some point. There we go. I think they're John's aliens, aren't they? That one's a bit of a rub round as well. Thing is, when you're vaping in a room, it's they condensate anyway, don't they, with the stuff? How's she looking? These have battery like wraps inside to stop it arcing out. They thought of everything with this. I think they got a bit of bad press with the version 1. Seepage from my 510. It's a nice old setup that they went. I must have had that since about 98, that goon. Still got the box for it and everything. Had 2 V1s and both the buttons stuck on when it was 5. Yeah, well, I got the Fat Daddy conversion kit. They changed the... we went through that before, didn't we? They changed the bottom plate, the contacts underneath. They changed the 510 and they changed the fire button as well to stop it doing that. Okay, peeps, hit the... Oh, look at you with your logarithm. I don't know if it does, mate, to be honest. I don't do bad on here, really. Right, let's see if I can get these batteries in. These are rewrapped batteries. And it really does prefer it if you don't rewrap them, if you're going to put them in here, because obviously it's an old one. There we go. The problem comes when you're trying to put this on here, because you've got to get that piece to go in that hole there by pushing it down with your finger. So you've got to actually squeeze those contacts in, which takes a little bit of doing. The first time I did it, I thought it was broke, to be honest. Oh, nearly. Is it gone? No, not quite. It really is a bit of a job. If you're good with your fingers, you'll get it in easier than me. I've got massive hands and not really very strong fingers. It's easy if you do it off camera, to be really honest. Is it gone? Not quite. Right, I'll do it off camera because it's easy. See, told you. There we go. Glowy. Look at that. I don't know how long these coils have been in here. I'll say if you put some higher ohmage coils in, you can then turn that plate over and turn it into 18650 series and then change the power with that thing there. I tend to use the V3 in series and leave this one to just normal parallel. It's a bit manky in there, it's got a bit of wipe. I've been up since 5 a.m. My wife hasn't been sleeping well over the weekend, so that means I haven't either. All right. Bless her. Who needs wives? I didn't get up well about 10 today, to be honest. I had a few drinks last night because I wasn't driving today. And so I didn't have to get up very early. I've just been down. It's my lad's birthday tomorrow. My son's 37 years old tomorrow. And then I saw the grandkids at tea time. Just a tend to swap over parents at our house when two parents don't get on. It's a lot easier if they do it somewhere else, isn't it? The joys of bipolar. Yeah, my son's schizophrenic. So I ain't seen him for a few months, to be honest. And since I've got home, he sent me about 50 text messages. So I've just blocked his number again for a bit because he drives me insane. Keeps sending me messages about bloody God. So there we go. Adjustable airflow. I tend to use it full open. So I've got a chuff cap for this somewhere. I don't know if it's in here or whether it's in my little box thing in there. Which means you've got the chuff cap basically looks like that. Well, that's really manky. Ugh. Good job we took that off, innit? And yes, good evening to you, or good afternoon. You can have a good afternoon because we know where you are. 5 hours ago. Mr. 5 hours ago. That's a comprehensive wipe down. It hasn't been wiped for ages, is it? That's just been stood on an atty stand. And I think you just get the normal vape out of the room, don't you? Mr. Intense. Good evening to you, sir. I wonder if we can't gift members because we've only got one. Good evening, Cloud. Oh, no, we've got two. Good evening, Cloud Chucker. We love you. We've already told Nicky Maynard how much we love him, haven't we? So there we are. You know, those rubbers are still the same ones from brand new. They're still just as good as they were when I got them. Never changed that in there. Connor Smith, good evening. We love you. We've got all the boys in tonight. All the boys and their toys. Cheryl, good evening to you. Good afternoon. Well, we know where you are, so it's probably afternoon to you. Surprising, isn't it? It's fire up a live stream on here and you're not long before people pop in. Might start doing a few more lives on here, to be honest. It's just, I had a really busy weekend and all, to be honest. And Saturday night, Friday, it's Monday, isn't it? Monday's a good night to relax and watch the telly. If anybody's... I watched that Penguin last night on Sky. I don't know if anybody else is interested in that. I found it really, really interesting. I thought it was fantastic. Country dying from the COVID. Seem to be doing the rounds again throughout the UK, yeah. Can you just die quietly though, Connor? Nobody needs to know. Thank you. Just die quietly in the corner. Let's have a vape. So I ain't got much to do tonight. Thought I'd get you all together and have a chat. Got a Daddy Longlegs who doesn't like... here he is. Guest appearance from Daddy Longlegs. But I better not shove him under there. Now I'm not going to Expo. I'm going to Benidorm in 3 weeks. And genuinely, money's not like it used to be. So you've got to be realistic. You can't... yeah, catch you later, mate. Some more aliens from John at Proper Coils. What am I vaping on tonight? I'm vaping on. Daddy Longlegs, if you don't behave yourself. Bloody cat's been doing me head in. I finally threw him out in the end. He was pretty in a rat pain today. I threatened to shoot him earlier, but I ain't got a gun. XM version 3 and a screamer. What we're going to do, we're going to put some cotton in it. How you doing, Annie? Am I going in May? We'll see. If there is going to be one in May, I'd like to go. If it's a reasonable price for the hotel, I do enjoy that 3 days with the lads. And lasses. And Shrek's car bar. Well, and Shrek, obviously. I was using some cotton earlier and God knows where it is. Good news, I found it. So I don't know if you notice any difference, but I'm using the road mic tonight because when you're doing down low, it seems easier. And the good thing is with this Rodecaster audio box, mixer, audio mixer, whatever you call it. It's, you can just flick between microphones just by a push of a button. Mick, I have the Ether V2 on the way with the barrel kit. So I don't know what that is, mate. Is that one of those? I still don't own a Borrow. Is that? I think that's. Is it the? Is that a bridge? The Ether. Hey, let's see if these. Let's see if these Temu snips will cut this cotton. They ought to be able to, isn't they? They do. Let me show you. Look at that. How many snips cut cotton? Oh, that for £1.89. Parents are off to Mallorca for the week. I'm amazed at how they paid £90 for a Premier Plus room at Stansted, but NEC Prem is like 180 to 200 for the same room. Because they ain't got the NEC next to it, mate. That's the thing. That's how they get you. Move that out of the way, make it look professional. Good evening, Neil Pitts, or good afternoon. Look at me being all international. Let's put a big chunky lump of cotton in there and then pull that like that. To see if we can get some crackle, baby. I had a free sweetie. I had a free what? Feta spending £50 online at a vape store. I'm just going to measure it. I had a free. No, must be. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Different coloured barrels to match up with the mods. It's a Borotank. Oh, right, nice. So I know nothing about Borotanks. I don't know how to wick one. I've never used one. I've never vaped one. I don't own one. Basically, most of the summer, I've just been vaping those mouth to lungs, to be really honest. I ain't vaped anything. One thing I do need to buy, I need to buy the professional cover that goes over the top of this audio box. Because if it gets full of juice, we'll be in a mess, won't we? Be a bit expensive. Send that back under warranty. No thanks, full of crap. So the actual case, the plastic solid case that fits over the top, are £40 each. Or £41 each. They call it a dust cover. Let's say the solid plastic. So I'm getting a bit out of hand with this, isn't I? A bit old. There we go. Just needs a floof, as Victor would say. Need to grab some more cotton bacon from Amazon. Absolute bargain. £10 for 4 packs. Get in there. So you've just started the great cotton debate. Just for solidarity, Connor. Bacon. Use a towel. Use a towel. I was going to ask a serious question, then you put me off, and I can't think what it is. Oh, are you using your Ethernet cable, Connor? Was it a success? I ain't spoke to you since. Has it got you? When we were in Spain the other week, there was 2 connections for the Wi-Fi in the room with 2 different codes. One said 5G. I thought, I don't want that because that'd be mobile. Anyway, for some reason, I said that my Wi-Fi, I'll put you on the Wi-Fi. I was just on the normal Wi-Fi, and I just clicked speed test, and it was like 250 megabits per second in the thing. It never missed a beat for the full fortnight we was there. It was brilliant because it just said 5G. So that's what I used. That was a good ollie, that was. Look at this. Good stuff, turkey. It's okay. My saving grace for talking about cotton is the fact I'm currently vaping. Posh vapes you. I ain't vaped any of that for a while. I wonder if I can get Wick Liquor to make it. That's a bit long, but it's an RDA, so it doesn't matter, does it? How was about that then? Oh, you shouldn't say that, should you? There we go. How's that for a retro vape? It's a success. Tacked it to the wall incorrectly, but it works really well. All right. You should have got away with some little sticky pads, couldn't you, really? Rather than tacking it. Unless you've got a dado rail. Where are we? Set up my Arbiter Solo. I've set up mine. I'll give it to Mike. I couldn't get on with it at all. Bill absolutely loves this. I'm going to give this a shake because it's been stood there months. I thought he was going to get your dad to do it. Or did I suggest you got your dad to do it? That's probably what it was. You probably never mentioned your dad. I need to get a real job. Look at that. Beautiful. Some 0.1 parallel, baby. It's not crackling much, is it? Not bad for a 2016 RDA. Looks nice. I just wish when I finally screwed it in, that would line up straight. Because that would look really mean, wouldn't it? It'd look cool. Tell you what, don't be shy with this stuff. I don't know if you've tried it. It's bloody lovely. It's a real nice banana. And that butterscotch. It's not a massive taste of butterscotch, but it just gives that, I don't know how to explain that. It just gives that fuller taste. It's bloody lovely. So I haven't tried the new one. I don't think there's any difference with it. Because it's the same recipe, I'm presuming. Beautiful. Same fill the room up with vapour. Can't see you all now. I was thinking of getting smart lights for all my lights. Thinking of getting smart lights for all my lights in the place, but then again, on the after show, I dread to think everybody use. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they used to do with Graham. Bill had the right voice for it, and he used to get Alexa, turn the lights off, and Graham used to be sat in the door. It was fun. Anybody else? Use a towel. No, need to grab some more cotton bacon from Amazon. Absolute bargain. £10 for 4 packs. Yeah. The only trouble is with Amazon, you have to be in when they come because even though it's cotton wool, it's still classed as vaping, so they don't do it. I bought a new card machine today. Well, I actually bought it last night because the one I use, all of a sudden, for some reason, it started coming up on the reader saying remove card, even though there wasn't one in there. So I thought, right, I'll order another one, and it'll be ready for work tomorrow. And then I got up this morning, and the fault had rectified itself. So whether it was just a glitch in the matrix, and they were doing something to the readers, I don't know. I did an upgrade on the app on the phone. It made no difference, so I'm just presuming that it was just one of the things, wasn't it? Hello, Scott. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Just having a little vapour, some retro stuff, the old Cricket version 2 with the OG Goon on there. Yeah, we do, yeah. Yeah, we're on a message group together. Bill's very, very busy. He's a busy, busy man, and we've been talking about vape for 4 years. And to be really honest, I wanted to go off and do something else. I do like to pop back here and talk to you lot, like, but I'm sort of working out what's the best thing to do. I think it's better off doing live streams on here and then the reviews that come in, and then just putting probably the odd live stream on the other one, and obviously the reviews for general stuff in life. I've just promoted another video on there, so that should get over 5,000 subscribers. The watch time hours are coming up reasonably quick. When I first started doing it only a couple of months ago, there was probably only about 1,100 watch time hours on there out of 3,000 I need. And now I think there's 1,600 and something. So there's actually, there's stuff getting done on there. It's working. So what my intentions is on that one, obviously, is to, going on in the future, to just review stuff and do stuff about my holidays and that type of thing, and actually supplement a retirement income when I finally get it going. That's what I'm after. Because you cannot monetize vape stuff. So you sort of put in the work in and not getting the money back. It's not all about, it's not about members and things like that. It's about actually 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20 drips. Gives you about 7 or 8 pulls on one of these. That didn't really work, I don't think. I don't think I've got it on the cotton. It is an old RDA, so it's actually only done one side. You can't beat the taste of butterscotch and cotton wool burning, can you really? It's the future. Nice burnt taste, you can't beat it. Have I thought about what Taximan 2000 does on TikTok? And do a day of... No, not really. The trouble is with that is you've got the problems of recording while you're driving. You can't record anybody that's in there because GDPR. Because you don't know what they're doing. And it's not that fucking interesting, really. So it'd be all right. It'd be interesting if you were. I don't know. The problem you've got if you did a live stream, for instance, you can't see the chat. It's all right if you're the passenger in a vehicle. I don't really get on massively well with TikTok either, to be honest. I put the odd video on there for a laugh, but I never really get any traction on there. If I go live, within about 2 minutes, I'm talking to myself. The demographic for that is either sort of a young fit bloke with a load of tattoos shouting down the microphone, or obviously a young fit woman with tattoos shouting down the microphone. And you can get as many followers as you want, unless you like a spud van or something where you don't have to be. You don't have to be present and correct. But I don't know. TikTok's not really my thing. I've got 1,070 subscribers on there, and a year ago I had 1,000 subscribers on there. So it's not really done any. I've not gained anything really. I've got a load of fake women on there that aren't, probably aren't even women. They're probably some bloke with a beard somewhere trying to get me to spend money on him. But I'm not really into that. Thank you very much. I can't stand listening to TikTok lives unless it's only one person on there. Just checked my jobbing of 20 years for a 5k a year less. Offered me 5k and an extra week's holiday to stay. Mick Fakes Taxi. No, I don't think I'll get away with that one either. Well, there's the thing, Scott, isn't it? So I'd be having some of that, mate, if I were you. Another $5,000 a year and another week off. There you go. It's about time you took that. It's difficult, isn't it, when you work for somebody else? I personally wouldn't work for anybody else. Not now. I've been doing it that long. Now, when I get to retirement age, I might work for somebody else on a part-time basis and then go off and do what I want for the rest of the time. I'm thinking, hopefully, like I want to go and do. I want to work for a month and have a month off. That's what I want to do. Well, yeah, that's right. My job, I quite liked. I'm quite lucky because I still enjoy. After 30 years of doing the same thing, I still enjoy my job. I've got a lot of friends who have picked up for a lot of years, who I genuinely care about. I don't get a lot of bother with anybody because I know how to talk to somebody that's drunk. You know what I mean? You can have an argument with a drunk person if you want. But you also get used to the ones ringing up and you think, well, I'm not picking him up because he's drunk and he kicks off, that type of thing. I've not been doing it for ages. $5,000 though, that's £100 a week, isn't it? Less. And that's a lot of money. That's the only thing that I would think. You can do a lot with £5,000, so you're basically going to be 10 grand worse off. So, it's a lot of money, isn't it? You don't realise what you mean to a company until you try and leave, though, do you? You want to go and work for Pete and AJ, get yourself in there. You just need a weird shirt and off you go. The one thing is there, I will say, is it's more important to be happy than rich. And if you can manage on less money, then crack on and do it. When I first started doing what I do, I used to do 106 hours a week. But I used to spend 107 hours a week money, if you know what I mean. I was always wanting to be doing something and bigging everything up. And yeah, that's right, exactly. Yeah, there's no point, is there? If you can manage with the money, it's only money when you're finished. And it's surprising if you earned 100,000, you spend 99, don't you? You buy a better car and a bigger house. If you earn 50,000, you spend 49. If you earn 20,000, you spend 19. There does get to a point where you can't afford to put the heating on there, and that's pretty shit. But that's my other microphone. Lee D, how you doing? Yeah, but how much shit would you shovel for a wonder? For a wonder? How much shit would you shovel? No, yeah, but how much shit? I've said it 15 times now. I still don't know what you're on about. I thought it said a voucher for a start. I've got to have my eyes tested because I'm coming up for my Hackney badge. We do it once every 3 years. How much shit would you shovel? Well, the way I've always done it, is like if I was an operator of computers working in an office, and I got made redundant because there was no jobs for people working in an office on a computer. Oh, Wanna, son. Well, that's usually ONE'. That's a Wanna. So try. Do try a bit harder if you can. You'd shovel as much as you have to. That's what I say. If I worked in an office and I was on a computer all day and all of a sudden all the jobs dried up and there was a job at the chicken factory taking feathers off chickens, I would then turn into somebody that took feathers off chickens in a chicken factory. I've always sort of adapted to what I can do, if you know what I mean. You just have to do something, don't you? As long as you're bringing the money in, it's like with the pandemic. After about a month, I got that fed up. I just went out, did part-time, and literally earned enough money to pay the shopping bill. I put food on the table. And you have to do what you can do, and that was all I could. That's right, exactly. You've got to earn money. I've never been one for sitting about too much, to be honest. After 4 weeks of sitting in the house, it drove me insane. The first 2 weeks, I thought it was fantastic because I'd never actually spent any time in my own house. But after that, Christ. Hey, anybody watch the new Matt Armstrong one? He's, I don't know if anybody follows him on YouTube. If you're into your cars, he's bought the Mansory, Rashford's Mansory, and he actually took it back to Mansory and had the pinstripe fitted to it and the badges. He actually drove it there and had it done. It was absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant thing. They're on par now with the Grand Tour and Top Gear, and they only put it on YouTube. I think he's destined for much better things like that. It's if you haven't watched it, it's brilliant. I haven't watched the last Grand Tour yet. We're going to watch that on Wednesday. You can't really spoil it because it's ended anyway, but I've watched little bites of it because they filmed it up near the farm, didn't they? Clarkson's farm. And there's been little snippets of it where the people out of the crowd have put it on TikTok. But so we're going to watch that. Me and Sue are going to watch it on Wednesday. She was working last week because we come back off holiday and she had to work. So I hadn't seen it yet. Yeah, he is. He's a sort of guy. I mean, he worked in an Indian restaurant in Leicester, didn't he? And then did his wife's car up and then put it on YouTube, and it's just gone from there. Yeah, they did, yeah. It says you're not supposed to change the wheels. It's a Mansory. They're supposed to have Mansory wheels on. And then he came back and he changed the wheels. He said, where's my wheels? He said, it doesn't matter where your wheels are. They're the ones that's supposed to be on it. And I tell you what, it looked a lot better with those wheels on, didn't it? It looked beautiful, that car. I'm at the age group now where if I won the lottery, I wouldn't be going to buy a Ferrari because I wouldn't be able to get in it. Or a two-seater with no roof on. I'd be going to buy a Rolls Royce and I'd go and sit in that and just go and do my stuff. That's typical. Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know if we need that really. Tell you what, I don't know if I've done. Have I had you all in here since I went on my jollies? Now, over the last 10 years, we've basically gone to the same place and really enjoyed it. Obviously, this year we went and got robbed, so that put a bit of a downer on it. But what we tend to do is we go to places and just me and Sue on our own. So when you get there, all you ever talk about is Louise being poorly and the grandkids and this, that, and the other. So this time we decided to do something completely different. So we went in an apartment just outside Benidorm in a place called Calafinistrap. And you could see the sea off the balcony. There was a street. We're actually on a big, wide street, pedestrianised street, with just a little bit of access to cars either side. And stayed in this beautiful apartment with a beautiful view off the glass wall balcony. And we just went on the beach every day and came up and had a few beers in the bars on the way up at night. Didn't bother cooking any food or anything like that. And I came back from that holiday feeling completely reset. I feel an awful lot better than I've done for all year. That Mansory has a BMW engine. Thanks to... What are you looking at? Where are we? What did you sub to, Mr. Intent? I've done an insurance price on my tool, spent 27,000 in 19 years. And I drive a 200 quid car. Yeah, there's no wrong with a 200 quid car, mate. Isn't it true that if you turn your hobby into a business, it shifts from being fun to money and work focused? Well, yeah, I presume so. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber, don't they? They want to be a YouTuber because they think they're going to make a fortune. And that's how they're going to make a living. But immediately then... sub to him. Brilliant. Just go backwards and watch quite a few of them, especially watch the Mansory ones right from him buying it from Copart, because it's good. And then just, click on if it's a Mansory playlist, just click all through that. But there's loads of them. There's Bentleys and all sorts of things that he's done up. What was the other one he did recently? I can't think what it was. But he's really business focused and he's got his head on, and they work, they'll start work at 7 a.m. and then they'll finish at 2 o'clock the next morning to finish a video. They're really, and they get on well as well. From filming it himself when he first started in a little place, they've actually got a crew now. Proper people doing the filming and stuff like that. But that last one with that Mansory is as good as any Grand Tour that I've seen and any Top Gear that I've seen. Them specials that they did, and probably better than some of the ones from the Top Gear one. It's phenomenal and filmed, by, I think that guy looks about. I think there's only one cameraman, to be honest, and he looks to be filming it on not a film camera, just on one of the normal, is it DSLR ones? But you really, really enjoy that. It's brilliant. How long have we been here? Look at that, 47 minutes. Just as easy as anything talking on this channel. Just not long enough, is it? End of an era, love. End of an era. Anybody watch Real Ale Craft Beer? Because he actually goes to the pub at Clarkson's pub. The bit he goes in the brewery first before he gets to the pub. And that bit's far more interesting to me, to be honest. Tavares and Chris Sticks, Matt's mates, I've got channels as well. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, Tavares is massive, isn't he? I don't know whether it is Matt's channel bigger than him. I married him because he's put the work in it. Yeah, that's right, exactly. But if you do put the work in it, it's, even... hello, Cheech, how you doing? Just remember, we don't throw Cheech out. He's entitled to his opinion. We support everybody's opinion. Well, we don't always support it, but everybody is entitled to it. I think I need to get a real job as well. Yeah, same with like with that channel of mine, it's the other channel that I've got. It's 10 years old. I've never really put a lot on it. I've gone through spates of putting different bits on it. I've put some information videos on there about card machines. They've done massively, massively well. I've put other things on there and 5 people have watched them. It's something I really enjoy doing. And I decided about 3 months ago, it's time I made a go of it. I enjoy vaping. I'm not going to go back to smoking, and I probably will never stop vaping. But there's only so much you can talk about with vaping, especially when products aren't coming out like they used to be. Oh, where are we now? I'm missing this. Nice to be here. Exactly. Right, here we go. Could you imagine if... No, hang on a minute. It's me 150 back. Yeah, well, that's what they're doing, Connor, isn't it? That's basically what they were doing. That's that last one is. I mean, they've done other ones as well where they've been round a racetrack in that Ferrari, his dad's Ferrari, and I can't remember what the racetrack was called. I've watched him for hours sat here when Sue's been on nights. I've just sat here and caught up on his stuff. But that one was his best video ever. It shows that he's actually got to the big time. Sorry, I'm just counting my drips. Let's make sure it's going to have a bowl size as well this time instead of inhaling burning cotton, because that is no joy. Most welcome to you too. I suppose I better bugger off, really. How long have I been here? 50 minutes? Oh, 51. Let's stay for an hour. I quite enjoy these chats we have. Vaping been a love-hate. Yeah, I had a bit of a... Obviously, I go a bit crackers sometimes since Lee was not been very well. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I have a bit of a waffy time where I get a bit angry at stuff. So I went last time when I went to Holland, I just sat there and smoked fags one night. And then when I got up the next day, I had no interest in starting smoking again. But I just thought, well, there we go. That was it. Mate, I have a suggestion for you. Asgard V2. I highly recommend it. I love mine. Is that really big end? Because it'd go on top of my hog, wouldn't it? I think I've never really used that bloody hog. That was 190 quid I paid for that in May, and I think I've used it 3 or 4 times. It's still got juice in it. If I don't get it out, it'll wreck that glass. I actually was going to wick it up and use it to do that juice review. And then I got the Exome on the desk when I got up here, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to use that because I like it. Am I more of a dripper than a squonker? It's strange. Quite like the ritual of dripping, similar to rolling your M6. Yeah, I do. And it's weird because I always leave the top off the bottle when I'm dripping. And I just stand it next to the thing, and then I count 20 drips, and then off you go. All right. 28 mil. They did a real big one as well, didn't they? But I bought the tank instead. Still got the juice in it from about 3 months ago. Dirty bugger. I've just never really used it. I just went, when it was warm in the summer, I just went off big stuff. But I really ought to at least, very least, empty it out and give it a wash, didn't I? Gotta go to bed, 6 a.m. start. Love to you all. When do you pack up that job then? When does it finish? Would 20? No. It depends. If you're using these narrow-nosed what do they call them? I can't remember the name of the bottle. These bottles. Don't test my memory tonight. I'm thick. If you're using that narrow-nosed bottle like that, 20 drips is just right, to be honest. It's when you forget how many you've had and then you use, you put another 20 in. Or another 5 or something. It is, isn't it? Yeah. It's the, that's the Hog 400, which has actually got a chip in it. And there's that massive tank in there, which I can't remember the name of, because I'm rubbish. But I actually bought that. They didn't send me it, so it's fine. When's the giveaway? We don't do one, mate. Sorry. It's, I haven't really got anything to give away. I think, to be honest, we might, if I get on one night, we'll get Bill on. Friday 1 p.m. start new. Yeah, right. So you get a good weekend off, don't you? Are you still going to be in the motor trade? You'll feel a lot better anyway when you get happy. And it's surprising. You just think, because there will be a time when you put your hand in your pocket and think, I can't really afford that. But when you get used to not being able to afford that, sometimes you're only buying stuff to make you happy because you're miserable. And that's it, isn't it, really? X1, 50 cheats. It'd never give you a address. Make your main hard, it's more punch on flavour. Enjoy it, mate. Sometimes it means, is it better than the Asgard V1? I quite like the Asgard V1, especially if, I don't know if Brent's going to make any covers for that other one, but with that plastic, that resin cover I've got on mine, just that one fits the treat, and it vapes really well. Oh, advanced diagnostics. The guy that does my thing, he's looking for somebody to do. It's a bit far for you to travel, though. He wants somebody to do MOTs and answer the phone. And like, I don't know what the wages are, but if you were coming to retiring age and you didn't want to be upside down under a car all day, it would be perfect, wouldn't it? Because for somebody to answer the phone who actually knows what they're on about is a brilliant thing, isn't it, for somebody that's running a garage. So, anyway, sleep well, mate. Congratulations on your new job. But just remember, you were only going for $5,000 a year less. You're not going for $10,000 a year less. And if he wanted you that much, he should have given you that before anyway, shouldn't he? Really? So basically, he's been doing you for $5,000 a year for a while. So he doesn't really deserve it, does he? It's like my daughter, when she split up with her husband, he wouldn't pay her any attention, and as soon as she split up, he wanted to pay her loads of attention. Well, there's your big mistake, isn't it, mate? You know what I mean? Advanced diagnostics. What does that mean? Plugging it in? You're not going to work for Mansory, are you? It's funny because they put their pinstripes on and they don't just stick something on the side of it. They actually paint them on and power blast the paint to make sure the paint sticks to it. So, anyway, I think we're done. I think we've gone through a few bits tonight and we've enjoyed it. Cannot link it in chat, but look at the usual sites. Oh yeah, don't link it in chat for God's sake, because they get really moody. I did a bit of a live stream looking at something. Epoxy ads. Squatch soap. I'll tell you what, Nicky, I don't know. Obviously, you must be talking into your phone and it's picking up the ads that you want to do. So it's manscaping and soap. So I hope you're keeping yourself nice and clean down there, mate, because it's that's what it is. If you go onto youtube.com and pay them about 10 quid a month, you get rid of every advert there ever was. And the experience is a lot better. And I still make money out of you because you're watching it and you've got premium. So, how's about that? But that's one of the best. I'd rather cancel Sky than YouTube Premium because I watch hours and hours and hours of it. We're doing what I do for a living. And it's worth it. It's not as much as you think it's going to be. I got the family one, so I've got it on both channels, and my wife's got it. My grandkids have got it, and even my youngest brother. so get it in. It's a lot better than watching. I've got a few accounts that haven't got it premium, and oh god, it's awful, isn't it, when you start watching them and the adverts come on. Especially something like the MacMaster, because it's got it set so aggressive advertising. So it'll say 3 words, you get an advert. Say another 3 words, you get 2 adverts, and you just think, I ain't watching this anymore. That's it. On the YouTube Premium trial at the moment, but it's £17.90 a month after. Not sure if I should keep it going. Is that how much it is? Because the family one's not. The family one's 19 quid, I think. And you get about 5 people on it. And advanced diagnostic gets you into main dealer issues that can't be fixed. Lots of time on a little things. Oh yeah, right, yeah. Nice. I bet you go to work in your best suit, don't you? There's a BMW bloke in Finland that posts his stuff on TikTok, and he was interesting. He's really interesting. I only found him the other day. He's got the right voice for the job, to be honest. When you're doing YouTube, you need to have a voice that people will listen to and an audio that people can hear. And some people can put any content they want, and I won't watch it. I'll delete my last comment in a minute. The YouTube police might be watching. What did you put? Yeah, well, you can use ad blocker or unblock Origin. Yeah, they're getting really moody about that, though. Yeah, background on your phone. Well, that's what I do. So I put a podcast on, knock the screen off, and I can ride around listening to it. So I can, be going to an airport or something like that, and I just put it in the box in the middle, and then the video's not playing, so it saves on battery, which is another thing. Oh, well, that'll be good then. It'll be testing. You'll enjoy that. Congratulations. That's it. You can get YouTube TV in the UK. Yeah, you can get YouTube on a TV in the UK, yeah, but you can't get the chat. So if somebody's recorded professional videos in 4K, it's just like watching a movie, really. That Matt Armstrong thing that was on, he records in 4K, and it's just, the views, they were up in, I can't remember where they were, but they were up in the mountains somewhere. And he got a tent and put it on top of his Rolls Royce and clamped it on and then slept in his tent. And then he got up in the morning and they put the camera out to the view he got out of his tent, and it's just fabulous. So for me personally, I'd rather cancel Sky than I would my YouTube Premium. I watch it all the time. I watch it, when I'm abroad, and I've got unlimited data on my phone as well, so I can just listen to stuff day in, day out. It's perfect. It used to just sit there with your arms folded driving a cab. If you didn't do it for 2 hours, you'd be sat there just looking out the window for 2 hours. And now you've got something on in the background, just listen to it. I've got proper earpieces that I use. And I just listen to it through that. And they're the ones I use when I go in Zoom, if I'm going an after show. If you ever see me in one of them after shows on a Friday and Saturday night when it's a bit quieter later. Right, that's it. That's all you paid me for. Thank you very much for coming in. Give us a thumbs up if you can. You're already subscribed, otherwise you won't be able to comment in the chat. And if you want to become a member, you can. And it's $1.99 a month. And it pays for the Zoom room, even though I don't use it. But anyway, it'll probably be not be too long before that gets cancelled, to be really honest. But my wife's in about 15 minutes, so I better go. What do you think the best Top Gear episode was? There was a lot of funny ones, I must say. I don't know, really. There was some good ones. There were some crap ones as well. They weren't amazing, some of them, especially the later ones with Jeremy Clarkson. You just used to think. There was one, we were actually in Spain once, and they were in Marbella. But we were miles away, so we didn't know. But no, it's on an app. It's just on an app on the smartphone, on a smart TV, Neil. You just Google it on a smart TV and it comes up on an app. It's not on. It's actually. I think you can actually watch it on an app through Sky now. But if you just go on your smart TV and put YouTube in, it'll come up. But it works better on an app. Anyway, that's it. That was the last question. That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming in and watching this stuff that don't come on very often, but at least we have a go. And if you're a member, we absolutely love you. And if you want to be loved even more, you can become a member. Catch you later. Bye-bye.